helpless still. Drops of water turn a mill. Singly none, singly none.
Welcome to Namakwa UU congregation. My name is Susan Moody, and I'm a worship associate of this kind, caring, justice-loving community of seekers. I use the pronouns she, her, and hers. Who we are is expressed in our mission statement. The Namakwa Unitarian Universalist congregation fosters a beloved community that celebrates diversity, strives for peace and justice, acts mindfully for the good of the planet, and inspires spiritual growth through a free and loving search for truth and meaning. Right now, during this COVID-19 pandemic, our services are taking place virtually on Zoom. Today's service will be recorded and posted on the namakwau.org website by our webmaster, Chad Escalier. Please bear with us if we have any glitches, such as rough spots or delays, or if voices get broken up, or if the picture on the screen freezes. To improve the quality of sound, our technician, Chad, has muted everyone. Thank you, Chad. Please continue to keep your microphones muted during the service. And during Joys and Sorrows, those of you who are sharing will be invited to unmute your microphone one by one when called on. And all of you will be able to unmute your microphones if you choose to stay after the service for our virtual coffee hour. We are in the middle of an annual pledge drive. Pledging is our primary source of income here at Namakwa. It's what keeps the lights on and the bills paid. Right now, we're going to hear a testimonial from a new mother and good friend, Hannah Rodriguez, and she will tell us why it's important to pledge.
Oh, hi, everyone. I'm Hannah Rodriguez, and I'm here to share a little bit about my experience with Namakwa because they reached out to me and asked me
Can't
to
hear it.
You can't hear it?
No.
Yeah, I can hear it.
We can hear it.
Okay. I can't hear it.
Uh-oh, maybe check your speakers.
That's okay. That's okay.
a testimonial about what Namakwa means to me. And so I wanted to share a little bit about my experience with Namakwa and just, tell you how wonderful they have been to me and how much I appreciate Namakwa. So I moved to Loveland in 2019. I came here from Louisiana, and so I didn't know anyone in this area, and I came to Namakwa kind of looking to get to know the community and make some friends and explore my spiritual side. And so I was kind of leery of going to church. I'm not much of a church person. I grew up Baptist, and there was a lot of water under the bridge, so to say, with religion in the past. But I found Namakwa to be a really kind, non-judgmental, healing space where I could kind of work on some things inside of myself without feeling pressured or without feeling like people are telling me what to think or what to believe. So I really appreciate this loving community that creates this place where you can explore your own values at your own time, at your own pace, and kind of figure out what I believe and what I think about things without any pressure to be like anyone else. And so that's one of the main things that I really got out of this community. And I've also made some really good friends, and everyone in this church is so kind and helpful. When the pandemic started, I was also pregnant for the first time. And so when my baby came in October, I just really appreciated all the support that I got from people, bringing us food and checking in with us to make sure we're doing okay. It was a really interesting and hard experience to have your first baby during the pandemic. So having this connection to community really helped us get through that hard, challenging time. And so I'm just so thankful to Namakwa for being there for us in those hard times. And I just encourage you to, if you're new to the church or if you've been there for a while, just recognize how wonderful this place is. And if it's in your heart and you have the ability to contribute in some kind of way, I definitely would say let's give back to Namakwa, because it's a really wonderful place. And I really appreciate all of my experience in being in this church. So thanks. Namaste. And hi, Laurel. I miss seeing you, and I can't wait to get back together in the sanctuary. So I hope that comes soon. All right. Mwah. Namaste, y'all.
Thank you, Hannah, for your glowing testimonial. Now it's time to hear from Bill Rosequist about the progress of our pledge drive.
Well, thank you, Hannah. That was a great testimonial. Yeah, I really appreciate it. We're going to throw a little graphic up here of how we're doing on the pledge drive. And look at that. It's like we've been going up, up, up in almost the same slope if you were to graph that. So that's a really good sign. We're making progress, lots of progress. We're very happy to announce that we have reached another milestone, and we have passed the 100,000 mark. We're at 106,560 now, on our way to our goal of 150,000. So we're 71% or to our goal. We have 34% of the congregation pledging right now. So if you can find it in your heart, and if you feel comfortable, continue to pledge. So we've been really excited by the willingness of many new families that have just recently started attending Namakwa and have already jumped into the pledge drive. As it's often said, it takes a village, and what a village we have. So we are blessed, and we thank one and all for their generosity. As a reminder, the pledge drive ends March 31st. So there's plenty of time to get your pledge in. Several of you have said, well, I didn't get a pledge form. And then you have contacted us, and we hopefully have sent one to you. So if you didn't get one, or you feel like you missed it, or if it got filed away in junk mail, which is easy to do, let us know, and we'll be glad to send you another one. So once again, thank you very much.
Thank you, Bill. Janet will now inspire us with her words, and I will attempt to light the chalice.
As we light this chalice, may it serve to give us clarity of purpose and illumine our way as we set about doing the work of this congregation in commitment, in cooperation, and in love. Come, let us worship together.
Let's sit back now and listen to the wonderful message and our opening song by Ben Harper and a variety of musicians around the world.
change the world with my own two hands. Make a better place with my own two hands. Make a kinder place with my own two hands. With my own two hands. With my own two hands.
T'as changé mon langue avec des mains moins. Fais un monde qui pis bon avec des mains moins. Fais un monde qui pis douce avec des mains moins. Avec deux mains moins. Avec deux mains moins.
Gonna make it a brighter place. Gonna make it a safer place. Gonna help human rights with my own two hands.
Je veux changer le monde avec mes deux mains. Faire un monde meilleur avec mes deux mains. Faire un monde plus doux
You know, also,
avec
that's
mes
in blue.
deux mains. Avec
That's where we're coming from.
mes deux mains. Avec mes deux mains.
Hey, yeah, sure.
Avec mes deux mains. Avec mes deux mains. I'm gonna make it a brighter place. I'm gonna make it a safer place. I'm gonna help the human race. And I hold you. And I comfort you. But you got to use your own two hands. With my own two hands.
The following words of Reverend Scott Walker ring true in this confusing time of uncertainty and need. They speak to our need for meaningful commitment to the causes that speak to our heart. Listen to these words. In the end, they will know our commitments by our actions. They will measure our legacy by our loyalty to the long haul. Our strength lies in the willingness to bear the burdens of others. Our love lives on to the degree we choose to offer it when the offering isn't easy. So let us choose wisely with great intention and care, knowing it is not simply who makes promises, our promises also make us. So faithfully, friends, let us travel into the new day. May it be so. This is the time in our Sunday service when we share the concerns and celebrations that are a part of our personal lives. We use a stone to symbolize each sharing and place a stone in this bowl that represents the blessed community of love that is Namakwa. This ritual acknowledges that we join you in your joy or concern and offer comfort as well as celebration. If you would like to share, just mention it in the chat and I will call on you. To do this, put your cursor on the bottom of the screen, click on chat and type in your name. Also, you may want to share by writing your concern or joy in the chat box. Please be brief and know that everyone will have a chance to share more during the virtual coffee hour at the end of the service. Karen Massaro, do you have something you would like to share?
Oh, aren't here. Oh, it was back on.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, it's on now. Tomorrow's International Women's Day, and I'd like to celebrate all the strong, encouraging, empowering. I can't think of enough superlatives for all the women in this congregation. I celebrate all of you, and thank you for letting me be part of that group. Thank you. Bye.
That was very sweet. We need to put in several stones for that one. And all the women in the congregation. And thank you very much, Karen. Shirley Rawson. Shirley, are you unmuting?
I have many joys right now. Our younger daughter has been with us for this week. And she and I went up to Rocky Mountain National Park for snowshoeing. And this was the first time that she had ever done that. I had done it earlier with a group from Namaqua and really enjoyed that. So that was our first experience. And then she was here for my and Dawn's second COVID vaccine. So she was a great supporter for that. And it's just such a pleasure for us to be able to get together. She's been fully vaccinated and could take the time to spend a week with us.
Oh, that's wonderful, a week. And it's your daughter that you're talking about?
Yes, daughter Laura.
Oh, that's wonderful. And it sounds like you had a good time, and I wish I'd been snowshoeing too. That sounds like a ball. And Rebecca?
Yes, I'd like to share that Tom had an emergency admission to the hospital Friday night. It's actually, we found out he had an abscess on his liver, and he will be in the hospital until at least Wednesday. And he's undergoing treatment. He's on massive doses of antibiotics. They tell us that he's going to be on antibiotics for the next 4 or 5 weeks. And so, although it's pretty serious, we're really grateful that it wasn't a worse diagnosis. So I just wanted everybody to know that and appreciate any support. Thank you.
Thank you, Rebecca. And our hearts are with you, and our blessings go to Tom. And I'm glad it wasn't any worse too. May he get better quickly. And Tracy?
Hi, I'm new, and that's my first joy, is that I'm here for my second week. And despite having a plethora of medical problems, I think completed my first 3 chapters of my dissertation, and I plan on submitting it and hope to defend for my PhD in the next couple weeks. So that's my joy.
Whoa, that's wonderful. Congratulations on your PhD. I am impressed. I know that's a lot of work.
Thanks.
And I hope you're feeling better, and I hope all your health concerns are alleviated.
Thank
and
you.
we love having you in the congregation. Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. I don't see anybody else's name there. Is there anyone else who would like to share? Oh, hi, Tim. Yeah, Tim, go ahead.
Had to unmute. I just wanted to, I have a joy. Last Thursday, I got my second Pfizer vaccine, so I'm officially vaccinated now. And we need to have the vaccinated club. I think it's a good idea to keep track of all of our members who are fully vaccinated, because CDC is bound to come out with something that says, you know, if you're both vaccinated, you can be together without a mask. You know, I'm still
Yeah.
wearing a mask, but you know, I'm trying to figure out who's been vaccinated and who hasn't, to maybe socialize a little bit again, you know?
I think that's a great idea. And I would love to have knowledge of that as well. So I'll see if there's something we can send out possibly in the newsletter. I don't know. We'll try to do that. Thank you, Tim.
All right.
Appreciate it. Is there anyone else? And help me if I don't see someone who's got their hand up.
Well, there's a message from Karen.
Oh, I'm sorry. There it is. You're right. Today marks Karen Massaro's 21st year moving to Weld County. Not sure if this is a joy or a sorrow. Well, we're glad to have you with Namakwa. That's a joy for sure. Thank you very much, Karen.
And I did get together with my other daughter. So my two daughters and my three granddaughters and my grandson-in-law kind of last night for dinner, and, you know, safely, but it was just wonderful to see them. Maya is back home from New York for spring break, and she said she's going to come home for the summer. So she's going to spend some time with me. So we're going to have some time together this summer. So I'm pretty excited about that. She's special. They're all special, of course, of course.
Well, congratulations on spending time with your family. I know you were anticipating that with a lot of joy. Put a couple of stones in for that. And then we'll put some stones in for the people who have things in their hearts they can't share because they're too tender. And
Susan, Fred had his hand up.
Who did?
Fred.
Oh, Fred, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Fred.
I'm recovering from an emergency appendectomy about 10 days ago. The average age is 26 for those, and I'm 71. But just was ironic that it came exactly 3 weeks after my second COVID shot. So it just tells you don't know what you need to worry about these days.
That's true.
But I'm doing well.
We're glad that you're feeling better. I know that was a rough few days. May we remember those who have just spoken, those what they have named, and those we hold in silence in our hearts. This tapestry of friends offers a support when you're in need and a joyful circle of kindred hearts when you want to celebrate.
So now I ask, how committed are you? And what is commitment anyway? Tomorrow, as you sit down to your breakfast of bacon and eggs, remember the chicken is involved, but the pig is committed. Now, no wonder some people are afraid of commitment. That's pretty serious stuff. So a few months ago, my daughter and I both downloaded a phone app for weight loss called Noom. It's a program based on psychology, science, physiology, and humor. It helps you identify your eating habits and thought distortions, like if you eat standing over the sink, all the calories fall out with the crumbs. It helps you hone your critical thinking and form better habits. There are no foods that are off limits. The program teaches you how to eat a balanced diet and form a healthy relationship with food, exercise, sleep, and stress. It really is a sustainable lifestyle. Every now and then, the app addresses the loss of motivation. When you begin, you take a survey, and a part of that is to identify what motivates you. But motivation depends on feelings, and feelings change. Now, I look at the clothes that I want to wear, and I think about the health difficulties caused by being overweight, and I'm motivated, but sometimes it's not enough. But here's the good news. I don't really need motivation because I made a commitment. It's a decision. And each day when I read the 1 to 3 minute articles, I log in my information and make my plans, I know that I can keep that commitment. And here's even better news. I will sleep sometimes. Sleep. I love sleep. No, wait, I meant I will slip sometimes. That's to be expected. And I will get back on track. I really appreciate the emphasis on progress versus perfection. Repeatedly, the app tells you that practice makes progress. And in the end, I will have lost the weight and crafted a new, more positive lifestyle. Now, my point here is that whether it's a weight loss program or a faith community, we're humans and we will occasionally slip. We'll eat a little too much. We'll miss a Sunday service or a meeting, but we are committed to one another and to our mission and vision. And in the end, we will have crafted a new, more positive, beloved community. Luckily, we're not like that pig. We will live and be blessed. May it be so.
We will now virtually receive our offering. One of the ways Namakwa walks our talk is to give half of our collection plate away to support our local community. This month, we will donate half of our collection to the Insight Skills Center. They are a low vision rehabilitation center that serves Larimer County. They provide training, education, information, and assistance to anyone who has lost or is losing their vision. They provide opportunities to enhance life skills, independence, and self-confidence in a safe environment through technology and training. To donate, click on the chat icon. Chad will display a link that invites you to give. Just click on the link to give an electronic donation, either with your bank account or your credit card. You can choose to designate your donation as a pledge, or for the collection plate, or for our building fund. Alternatively, you can always mail in your donation to the church or go to the website, namakwau.org, to donate electronically. I will now show you a video, or Chad will, that raises the question, what does giving mean to you as you're donating? Please bless this generous act of giving.
When I hear the word giving, I hear the word giving.
I know my spiritual gift is encouragement, so giving is just an extension of that. And so when I give, I'm able to encourage those around me. And honestly, it's an encouragement to my own heart as well, to be able to help.
I guess I would use the word generosity, the sharing of what you've been given.
Giving is opportunity.
It is beautiful. It is fun.
Giving is refreshing.
Giving is selfless.
Giving feels like I'm expressing my truest self. It feels like I'm placing value on another person.
Giving is freedom. When we realize it's available to everyone, it opens up a lot of opportunities.
Giving is rewarding. It refreshes your soul when you do it
Giving is caring.
Giving feels like I'm a part of something.
Giving is amor.
Giving sees the best.
Giving is listening. Sometimes we just need to be heard. I think just giving that extra minute of time to listen to somebody shows them that we love them, but it is something that is supportive.
It's very rewarding. It is life-changing.
Authenticity is a collection of choices that we have to make every day. It's about the choice to show up and be real, the choice to be honest, the choice to let our true selves be seen. These words of Brené Brown are an inspiration to me. They speak to me about having integrity. Part of being real encompasses being humble and comfortable in your own skin. When someone disagrees with what you say, it's about not wavering and thus standing up for your differing opinion. A unique life path is followed by authentic people, and it incorporates honesty and a form of spiritual mindfulness. My journey to authenticity is ongoing. In reflecting on myself, my sense of myself as a child, I don't remember having an awareness until I was about 7. Then I remember a small voice inside that seemed to guide me into imaginative play and a simple sense of right and wrong. I think that was the seed of the real me. My parents played a large part in the development of my inner sense of justice. But the quirky person I was seemed to emerge organically. Sometimes being the real me hurt, and my world was rocked when my sense of justice was violated. I remember my mother reading me the story of the Velveteen Rabbit one day, and it really impacted me. I would like to read a quote about being real from that beloved story by Marjorie Williams Blanco. It's when the Velveteen Rabbit asks the Skin Horse how it feels to be real. Real isn't how you're made, said the Skin Horse. It's a thing that happens to you. When a child loves you for a long, long time, but not to play with, but really loves you, then you become real. Does it hurt? Asked the rabbit. Sometimes, said the Skin Horse, for he was always truthful. When you're real, you don't mind being hurt. Does it happen all at once, like being wound up? He asked, or bit by bit. It doesn't happen all at once, said the Skin Horse. You become. It takes a long time. That's why it doesn't happen often to people who break easily or have sharp edges or have to be carefully kept. Generally, by the time you're real, most of your hair has been loved off, your eyes drop out, and you're getting loose in the joints and very shabby. But these things don't matter at all, because once you're real, you can't be ugly, except to people who don't understand. When I'm talking about being real in the authentic sense, it is a little different than real that the Skin Horse was explaining to the Velveteen Rabbit. However, it's similar in that both types of real don't happen all at once. You become authentic over years of painful and memorable experience. You eventually get to know the real you and hopefully are able to face the accompanying challenges. As one's childhood naivete becomes wiser, our perception of our real self becomes influenced by the opinions of others. This complicates our sense of authenticity. So in time, one eventually determines their values and some sense of what really matters to them. Honesty with oneself, as well as with others, is a part of this awakening. This means standing up for one's own needs in the face of responsibilities to children, parents, and friends. It has to do with relating to others in a way that complements instead of hiding your uniqueness. It's about setting boundaries with those who would like to change your trajectory to match theirs. The journey is never easy. I feel I've lost some of my stuffing and hair along the way, and I'm definitely worn. The skin horse was right. I tried to be the perfect wife and mother for a long period of time and realized that the real me had been lost in the process. There has to be balance in a relationship. Children learn an important lesson from their mother being a real person and choosing to be true to herself and her unique interests as well as theirs. And yes, it's true. Not everyone will understand you and might tell you you're doing the wrong thing. Goals and dreams are an integral part of an authentic life. Some of these dreams will naturally fall by the wayside as one grows. An example for me was my aspiration to be a ballerina. Ballet lessons started at the age of 6 and continued until 14. I worked hard, but was a bit overweight and was moderately graceful. I finally faced the fact that I wasn't ballerina material. But as I matured, I developed goals and dreams that fit me better. This was essentially a process of combining my sense of what my skills and my passions were with the dreams I cherished and my goals to get there. Being authentic is hard and requires commitment. First of all, it's important to commit oneself to that individual uniqueness that springs from your real self. Commitment to worthwhile values and goals is essential as well. Authenticity depends on one's commitment, and one's commitment depends on authenticity. I'm going to repeat that. Authenticity depends on one's commitment, and one's commitment depends on one's authenticity. Happiness truly depends on both. When you have an uneasy sense of ennui, even when everything seems all right on the surface, chances are you aren't being your real self or you aren't fulfilling your commitments. We've all had that feeling. So why is commitment so important? You say, sometimes making a commitment becomes a burden. Well, from my point of view, it's all about perspective. I have a quote by author Steve Maraboli that explains how commitment fits into the DNA of authenticity. To embark on the journey towards your goals and dreams requires bravery. To remain on that path requires courage. The bridge that merges the two is commitment. Commitment is the bridge that merges one's authenticity to their goals and dreams. A commitment has more meaning and authority and thus effectiveness when it's said out loud or written down. It seems more of a meaningful responsibility and tenet in one's life when it's asserted regularly in an oral or written way. As Unitarian Universalists, I think we would all agree that we are a unique spiritual community. We have authenticity. We have goals, which are enumerated in the 7 principles that serve as guidelines morally and ethically on life's journey. In addition, every Sunday we recite our covenant together, which says, "Love is the spirit of this church, and service its call. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another." Commitment is essential to being a Unitarian. It's vital to our goal of being a community dedicated to positive social action and service to others. Even when times get tough, as they have recently, we can depend on this beloved community to share with and help those in need. When COVID-19 hit, We came together to commit ourselves to continuing weekly services in small groups. We have been a source of comfort for each other, and I feel our bond has become stronger as a result. With the pandemic slowly coming to resolution, we must readjust our goals and dreams. We must incorporate into our authentic way of helping a commitment to social movements such as Black Lives Matter and climate justice. Each committed individual is a piece of the whole of Namaqua, and together we can be a force that will make a difference. Let the words of Desmond Tutu be your guide when he speaks about his commitment to working with the world community toward fighting the devastating effects of climate change. We are living in a historic moment. We are each called to take part in a great transformation. Our survival as a species is threatened by global warming, economic meltdown, and an ever-increasing gap between rich and poor. Yet these threats offer an opportunity to awaken as an interconnected and beloved community. Let our lives be a testament of commitment to being a more authentic messenger of peace and service in this blessed community of friends and family. We are stronger together than we are apart. May it be so.
From the light of days remembered burns a beacon bright and clear, guiding hands and hearts and spirits into faith set free from fear. When the fire of commitment sets our mind and soul ablaze, when our hunger and our passion meet to call us on our way, when we live with deep assurance of the flame that burns within, then our promise finds fulfillment and our future can begin. From the stories of our living rings a song both brave and free, calling pilgrims still to witness to the life of liberty. When the fire of commitment sets our mind and soul ablaze, when our hunger and our passion meet to call us on our way, when we live with deep assurance of the flame that burns within, then our promise finds fulfillment and our future can begin. From the dreams of youthful vision comes a new prophetic voice, which demands a deeper justice built by our courageous choice. When the fire of commitment sets our mind and soul ablaze, when our hunger and our passion meet to call us on our way, when we live with deep assurance of the flame that burns within, then our promise finds fulfillment and our future can begin.
In the words of Robin F. Gray, ours is a communion born of words and welcome. Our communion finds expression in caring and commitment to our highest ideals. Our communion lives on in our hearts through though this sacred hour is ended.
Whatever you can do or dream you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic. May we ever be bold in our living and loving. Amen. Now it's time for our announcements. The first one is that Colorado is backing two state initiatives, affordable housing and criminal justice. Write to your legislators and contact Doug Stewart for more information. I've noticed in the announcement that Doug is a very busy guy. Namaqua Meditation Group meets virtually on Thursdays at 10. All of you are welcome. Contact either myself or Janet Wright for more information. Additionally, the Social Sisterhood meets virtually on Thursdays from 12 to 1. Contact Nancy Amsler if you have any questions. And FYI, we have 2 Zoom rooms available for gathering. And once again, contact Doug if you're interested in reserving one. The online auction will be in the spring. I think the deadline has been met for those who will have things in the auction, but if you would still like to donate and would like to make sure about that, contact Doug Stewart. We have a new hybrid service task force, and we have plans to begin providing in-person and virtual services simultaneously in the future. This is a call for those of you who would be happy to use your skills to ensure that this dream comes true. Once again, contact busy Doug Stewart if you have any interest, if you're interested, excuse me. We are so happy to have Claire Hamour as our new to be ministerial intern. Welcome, Claire. He has mentioned that there is a YouTube video demonstrating some of his ongoing prison work, theater prison work, and the link is in the email blast. It's 10 minutes long and very well worth listening to. I can't wait to see it. The pledge drive ends March 31st, so get your pledge in ASAP. And now it's time for our virtual coffee hour. Chad will assign us to breakout rooms so that we can talk with other folks who are here. We will be in one room for 7 minutes, and then Chad will assign us to a second room for the remainder of the time so we can converse with even more people. Take care, everyone. And I will leave you with the traditional East Indian greeting, namaste, which means that I bow to the spirit in you, which is the same in me. Namaste.
And now we have a follow-on breakout room.
Hi, Doug.
Hello.
Okay.
Do I have to press join, I guess?
No, you're good. There you are. Oh, now I lost you. Tim. Oh, join two. Oh.
Chad, it's just you and me.
Yep. Did you get a, you should have received an invite to breakout room 1. There we go.
dizzying to watch the boxes come and go.
Have a good week, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.